What's up, guys? It's Bullosaurus again with my next review. It's Mjolnir. That's the hammer of Thor. I brought my Thor born statue for you guys to get an idea of, you don't know right offhand, which I should, about Thor's hammer. To tell you a little bit about it, Thor is basically from Norse mythology. Vikings is their version of what they thought the gods were. Odin being the king of the gods, and Thor being his son. Actually, the hammer was made by Odin, and he had given it to Thor for him when he went on his journeys to do battle against evil. Thor was the god of thunder. So when thunder, back in early human civilization, when they seen thunder, they said, "Oh, that's Thor in the sky, battling the other gods." This is Mjolnir. Odin had created for Thor. It's a nice prop created by Factory X. It's like in the video earlier, I mentioned Factory X was a company that went out of business who made some great movie props and comic related props. And this is one of my favorite also. And also, if you can see it rather than me using a zoom, right here it says, "Whosoever holds this hammer, if he be worthy, shall possess the power of Thor." That's one of the things with Mjolnir. Very few people in the Marvel universe, or any comic book for that matter, was able to pick up Thor's hammer, with the exception of the Hulk, with his great strength, which is off the chart, and Captain America, from what I remember, who was pure at heart. Okay, the hammer itself is basically a metal. At least the top half. The staff itself is basically wood and wrapped in leather, and the strap. It's a good representation of Thor's hammer, actually. When I first seen this, I seen a review of it by Factory X, I said, "Oh, this is one piece I have to get this." I'm a big Thor fan. I love Norse mythology. When I was in high school, I had a heads up on it. I've been reading comic books as a kid, so when I got to high school, I was just, I was cutting up in the classroom about Thor and the Norse gods. This is the box. It's basically the same thing, the black and white deal from Factory X, like everything else all other boxes they made. Nice picture of the hammer on it. Has Thor wings that's on his helmet in the background. Cool picture of the broken up letters of Mjolnir. The base itself, it's basically wood. Rather than using zoom again, basically has a plaque on it. Mentions produced by Factory X. Has a hammer named Mjolnir. Also has the comic book highlight logo of the Mighty Thor. The base is basically wood, minus the metal plaque. Basically, the hammer stands upright on it. There's another version also that came out made by Diamond Select. It's a Mjolnir, which is also another nice prop of the hammer. The only difference I can kind of really see is that the staff part is a little different. They put a little more detail into it, which was kind of cool. I thought about buying it at one point, but I figured I have already one hammer, and maybe that may have been like a little overkill again too. So, but I'm sort of having second thoughts about it now as I talk to you about it, about getting it. I haven't seen this on eBay in quite a while. I think the last time I may have seen one was some years back. just to kind of get a heads up of what it's going for. Because, well, actually, a friend had asked me about it, because he wanted one and he had missed out on it because I had a hard time getting this hammer actually myself. I really wound up buying it from a customer who had he couldn't come up with the rest of the money, so it benefited me some. So I bought it from the comic book company. Because with most of them is, some of them they don't give you your money back if you put down on it. Well, at least most of the ones that I know. So you may take a loss. So I came in and gave him his money, so the day was saved, for him and my gain. So, but I know it was a hard piece to get back then when it came out in 2001. But I'm the lucky owner of it. I had another chance to get it later, but I had mine though. But I would have been paying almost an extra $150. I paid about $300 for this back then. The only other time I seen one, maybe probably about a year after I bought mine, and it was at another comic book store, and the guy was asking $450 for it, which is a lot. But it's a nice piece. If you're really into the Marvel Universe props, even for that matter, even sort of like comic movie type props. The Thor movie is coming, so I'm pretty sure all like memorabilia, especially like on that, would be shoot the price up some more. Sad show they made Thor hammer a few years back, but it was based off the reboot of Thor, which was Ultimate Thor. A lot of mixed reviews with that in the Marvel Universe kingdom. Most guys didn't really like Thor being messed around with changing his hammer from, a mace type, hammer into like a battle axe, which that one basically represented. It mostly had an axe on one side of the hammer, and then more like the mace part on the other end of the hammer. It was a nice big prop though. I think it was, from what I remember, 42 inches high, which kind of like that. So it was nice. I'm sort of a new age guy, and I sort of like some of the reboot stuff. Marvel in the early 2000s had rebooted a lot of their characters. Some of them had panned out pretty good. They rebooted the Avengers, which Thor had premiered in. They called it Ultimates instead of the Avengers. They rebooted Spider-Man, Ultimate Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, Ultimate, Fantastic Four, and also along with X-Men and a few other characters they did. But by far, I feel most of it was, was pretty done in pretty good taste. And I know like a lot of us older guys and some younger guys also that sort of came up reading a lot of the comic books like myself. That was of the '60s, that belonged to older brothers and family members. I was raised up, reading the old stuff, so I'm sort of sentimental to it. But sometimes some of the reboot, starring back over some of the older characters, it is in good taste, and it does, put a little more spice into the characters. So by far, most of the reboots I sort of enjoy, and I figure it's done pretty good. But this is it. This is about the wrap up of this video of Mjolnir. It was funny. I remember it took me to get into high school to figure out the real pronunciation of the hammer's name. But it's a cool piece. I enjoyed Thor. I have other Thor statues, like along with the bow and design one like this one, that I'll review later. So I don't really want to get into this. I have quite a few other Thor busts and statues that I'll be reviewing later on down the road. Any other thing you see in some of the other reviews on my background, or I give my little walk around with the statue room and the other places of my place, let me know what you're interested in. I'll be probably putting out some more reviews out later. Got quite a few to do. So you guys, y'all keep collecting. You hang loose. I'll be seeing you all later with more videos. Peace out.